Hello and welcome to December's Stamp Around UK video hop. I'm Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk, and the theme for this month is winter. And I was, in and ahhing, what shall I do? And I thought, I've done goodness knows how many Christmas classes and how many. I've done 2 Crafternoon teas on Christmas. And I thought, I really probably have enough Christmas cards. And then I thought, what about winter birthdays? And then I thought, I know what I have, and I have this, and it's called One Horse Open Sleigh, and it's some 6x6 designer series paper, and I've used quite a lot of it. I've only got a little bit left, and so much so I've actually, one particular design, I've used it all. You get 4 sheets and I've used every single one of them, so I haven't got all of them, but they're beautiful wintry scenes. And then on the other side we've got a plainer sort of self-coloured side, so, and they're just beautiful winter scenes in lots of different wintry colours. So I did think about using this one, but I thought that is actually still quite Christmassy. And then like a squirrel's eye view of the forest floor. I think that is beautiful as a background. That is gorgeous. Not my favourite, bit odd on the yellow colour. I suppose maybe a dawn or a sunset. And then we've got a little fox here. Now, I quite liked him, but because he was in the corner, it's not going to work on the design that I'm using. Did love that. It's like looking out over a snowy... It's almost like looking out the back of our house, actually, to be honest. So, but I decided I was going to use this one with the little doe in the middle there. And I forgot to show you all the backs. So there's Mossy Meadow, that one. And as I say, you've seen that one. And then I thought I'd use this one as well as a background. So I'll keep those 2 to one side, but they're just gorgeous on the other side as well. So as I say, I've used most of the pack. Only got a little bit left, but still available. They are an online exclusive, so they're never in the catalogue. So it's well worth checking. They come out usually at the beginning of the month. But it's there's some beautiful stuff on the online exclusives. So I'm also using some other products. So I've got my 2 pieces of designer series paper there. Okay, and I'm going to be using the Deckled Circles dies. Now these are currently in the mini catalogue. They are continuing, but again they're going to be an online exclusive, so they're not going to be in a catalogue. And this big one's about 6 inches across, and you can see I think it's 15. 14. So there's 14 dies. I've taken out the 2 that I'm using because I kept getting confused and cutting the wrong size circles. So I've got a load of circles already cut out. We're using that one, and then we're also going to use Stylish Shapes, which is in the catalogue, and the Stylish Shapes is for the sentiment there, which I've used lots of times, but I'm sure you've seen lots of times. Just a really, really useful stitched shapes to have. Lots of circles and squares, and then some banners as well. 15 dies in that one, and that's in the annual catalogue. Okay, so really mixing it up. Christmas catalogue, annual catalogue, and online exclusives. So as a background for this circle, I've chosen some grey granite, which I've got here. And then I'm using thick basic white to make the card base, so I'll start there because it's quite a large card base. It's a 13.5 centimetre square. I've chosen that size because you can easily get envelopes that fit. So off the big craft shop beginning with A. So I'm going to cut this card now to make it into the blank. So it's 13.5 centimetres, which is there. And then 2 13.5s are 27. I'm going to open my trimmer and line it up with the 27 centimetre mark. There. Okay. And there we go. And then I'm just going to score at 13.5 centimetres. I wouldn't use the normal basic white for this. I would always use the thicker basic white, because I think the normal basic white's just a little bit too thin for a card base. Right. Okay, so that's done. So I'm just going to use it. Oh, what I didn't tell you what I'm also using is the Go-To Greetings stamp set, which is brilliant because it's got 3 of everything except for Just a Note. I think. No, it has got that. There's hello. There we go. I knew there was one where there's only one stamp. Hello. Everything else, Just a Note, thank you, thinking of you, and happy birthday. You've got 3 in 3 different sizes. Fabulous for beginners and avid crafters alike, because you can use all the different ones. I did look at using that one, but it looked a bit big on the card. So I stuck with the middle size happy birthday, which is this one here. All right, I am looking while I talk for my bone folder, which has done a runner. I literally had it in. I read something the other day that 80% of crafting is looking for the thing that you had in your hand 2 minutes ago. And that would appear to be correct. Right, so that's that piece. I'm now going to cut down the piece of Designer Series paper that I'm using, which has also disappeared. There it is. Oh, found it. Here we are. So, and these two, that doesn't need cutting, but this needs to be cut to 13 centimetres square. So, and I'm just trimming that off, or scoring it as the case may be. So this is 13 centimetres square. And then I'm going to die cut out my circles. I think I'm going to stamp the sentiment first, and then I can do all my die cutting at once. Okay, so I've got the medium happy birthday, and I'm using the grey granite to match the deckled circle that we're cutting out. So I'm just going to ink that up, stamp that on a scrap, not too close to the edge, because you've got your banner either end, so I don't want that to be chopped off when I'm die cutting. Okay, so I'll put that away because I'm finished with it. And let's get the machine. Here we go. All right, so I'm just going to get everything out. So I'm going to start with the happy birthday. One thing I would say, when you're cutting anything with straight edges, you want it at an angle to your rollers. Your rollers are in here, and it always cuts much better and comes out of the die better if you work at an angle. However, sometimes it makes it harder to line up your sentiment. Just let me have a look. I think it might have been right before I started messing with it. It will do. Close enough for government work, as my father always used to say, or still says probably. There we go. And then we just need to cut the 2 circles out. Now, so the advantage of using a smaller circle with this Designer Series paper is you can pick whichever bit of the pattern that you want. So I'd like the little fawn, or doe, or whatever we're calling her, deer. Yeah, sort of slightly up and left, but not much, because I need space for the sentiment, and I'm just going to chop that through. And you can use any die to chop out. And one of the other things I think about was, what you could do is then spotlight it and put the circle behind. I'll show you what I mean when I've cut out the other circle. That's me waving around trying to find my top plate. Let's chop that. Ooh. Such a big die. Put this away now, I'm not using it anymore. And I'm going to straighten my mat because I use my grid paper for lots of reasons. Measuring things, giving a nice smooth surface to stamp on, because I've actually got a pad of grid paper here, but it also shows me what's being videoed, so I don't wander out of the area. So, another alternative I did think about, as I was saying while I was die cutting, was to actually do that and then line that up, so that you could do it like as a spotlight technique on the front of the card was another way. I think we'll stick with the plan I had for today. So there we go. We just literally need to stick everything together. So making sure you've got your card the right way. So it's opening on the right. It does seem a shame to cover this up. Always, doesn't it? I don't think, let's just check. I think I prefer the other side, but I think that would work as well. So that's the only thing with Stampin' Up. I love that it's double-sided, but then it does always mean that, or often mean, you're going to cover up something you really like. So, not always, sometimes with one or two designs. Not everybody has the same taste, thankfully. What a boring world that would be if we did. Okay, so now it's just a case of sticking together our winter card. So, yeah. There we go. And then placing that on. Now, because this is designer series paper and on card, I was careful where I put my dimensionals, because if I'd put a dimensional on this corner here, it would have sort of dipped down a little bit. So I'm just going to put sort of on that area. There we go. So nice, simple card. Making use of the designer series paper, and then just going to get some dimensionals out, find the dimensional drawer, and I'm just going to chop that up a bit. Okay. There we go. So I sort of left that undimensionalized because that's going to be overhanging the two layers. And then I'm just going to pop that on. There we go. Okay, nice simple wintry card, winging on its way. I've got quite a few winter birthdays, so or December birthdays should we say, so I've already got recipients in mind for these two. So take care. Don't forget to check in the details before for everybody else's links, and then you can hop round and see everyone else's interpretation of the winter theme. And I shall see you all soon. Bye.